Hi Mementos, as of July 1, 2023, there are new NHT loan limits, and whilst the 1st of July was a Saturday, today, Monday, July 3rd, 2023, is the first time you can reach out to the NHT to find out how much of that brand new loan threshold are you able to access. We're about to jump into all the details. Thanks for watching another Moments by Boothe video. If you're new to the channel, I'm Akeem Boothe, real estate YouTuber and realtor, and this is your one-stop shop for all things Jamaican real estate. But enough of the chattings, me know when you're ready for the video. When you're ready, run me intro. Alright, so I know a lot of you guys out there are staying abreast of what's going on with the NHT, but for those of you guys who don't know what's going on, is the first time hearing about this, or you haven't heard about it in a while because it was first announced during the reading of the budget in March earlier this year. But what had happened, or what has happened, based on the fact that today is July 3rd, 2023, there is an increase in the loan limit for getting mortgages from the NHT and also grants to do improvements on your home. So let's jump into the first part of it, which is for one applicant or a single applicant. The loan limit has increased from 6.5 million Jamaican dollars up to 7.5 million Jamaican dollars. So you get a $1 million increase on the amount of money that you can get from the NHT as long as you qualify for it. There are different things that contribute to you qualifying for this additional million, and that you will have to discuss with NHT themselves because they have all the parameters, all the calculations that works out what the system or the financial basis on which they use to justify how much they decide to lend to each individual. But I think it all comes down to how much you make and how many expenses you have. So it's quite literally a profit game. So if you make a bag of money and you have a little debt, you will be able to access that $7.5 million. At least that's what I think. Don't quote me on that because I don't know the inner workings of the NHT. Anyways, so a single applicant is up from $6.5 million to $7.5 million, right? Then there is another catch to this increase for a single applicant, because if you're looking to buy a house on the open market that is under $12 million, you can get access to up to 8.5 million. Again, I don't know what they used to calculate the calculations to determine how much you get up to that $8.5 million, but you can definitely reach out to the NHT via email, text, or WhatsApp or phone call, and they will answer these questions for you. All right, so if you're buying a house for $12 million or less on the open market, you can get access to up to 8.5 million Jamaican dollars. All right, so that's the single applicant out the way. Just to reiterate, up from 6.5 million to 7.5 million, but if you're buying a house on the open market for $12 million or less, you can get up to 8.5 million Jamaican dollars for a single applicant. Let's look at two persons applying or co-applicants now. So if two persons are applying, generally they would only be able to get $13 million, but that has been increased to $15 million now. So up from $13 million to $15 million for co-applicants or joint applicants. Now we're going to look at three persons applying, or this is what the NHT calls their kinship ties option, and this option presents the opportunity for family members to put together their NHT benefits to get a whopping $21 million between three people. All right, and that's up from 19.5 million. So it's gone to 21 million from 19.5 million for three co-applicants, but these three co-applicants must be related in some way, and that is why it's called the kinship ties. What is also there to be noted is that for NHT homes or homes that the NHT develop themselves, you can access up to 100% financing, subject to availability, of course. So if the NHT build a scheme a house for 50 million and your budget can afford, not your budget, but your salary can afford, your salary and the amount of debt you have can afford for you to get 100% financing, the NHT will provide it for you. But please, NHT, don't build a $50 million house, because that is going to create quite a ruckus in and around town. So in the grand scheme of things, I'm looking at this from the perspective that everything is up, all the thresholds have been raised, persons have access to more funding now at a lower interest rate. So I do believe it will be a benefit for all involved, because persons will have access to additional funding at the low interest rates that the NHT provide, right? I think as it stands, it's 0% for anybody making $100,000 or less monthly. Whereas if you're making 100,000, 100 or 100. Hold on, let me double check. All right. So contributors earning 101,000 or more will now access NHT loans at a 5% interest rate. And just a key point that I forgot to mention as well. So not only does the new increases apply to if you're buying a house on the open market, but it also applies to if you're building your own home as well. You have access to those brand new loan limits, or those increases in the loan limits, so long as your salary can afford it. Another additional benefit, or another additional increase that is there for each and every NHT contributor to have access to as well, is the home improvement or the home grants loans, where you can use this money to actually renovate, remodel, redo certain parts of your homes, or whatsoever remodeling you want to do, or buy furniture or anything of the sort to improve the value of your home. That has moved up from $2.5 million to $3.5 million. So it's just increases all around coming from the NHT. And as I say, I do believe it's going to be a benefit for all persons involved, because the more money you get at a lower interest rate, the less you will have to borrow from another financial institution such as a bank or a credit union, the less you'll pay in monthly mortgage fees. Trust me on that. So this essentially was just an update video, just to let you guys know or remind you that the new loan limits take effect as of 2 days ago, July 1, and you would now have access to up to that money. How much you do have, I can't tell you. That's something you'll have to discuss with the NHT. What I see them doing now is most persons can just log into their platform, the NHT app or the NHT website, and it will give you a breakdown of what you have access to as it pertains to a service lot, open market, NHT house. All of the details are in one small little spreadsheet looking thing that's there for you. You have all your numbers, you're ready to go, you're ready to look, you know what your budget is, and this particular document makes life so much easier for your realtor to know what you can afford and what to look for you as it pertains to the NHT amount that you'll be getting. A lot of you guys get the NHT amount and then some additional from a financial institution, or you come out of pocket with the additional. So at least we know can make informed decisions on where your budget lie and what we can look for you more easily. All right, but you can comment down below and let me know what you think of the new increases. Do they help you? Do they not help you? What are the benefits you think you'll be able to get from these new increases, or do you think it's just a big waste of time and the increase still can buy an house outright, so you're kind of disgruntled about it? Comment all of your thoughts, all of your feelings, all of your emotions down in the comment section below, so I can know what's going on with you guys. All right, but that has been it for another Moments by Boothe video. Don't forget that the goal is to live life on your own terms, and that is what I'm out here doing each and every time I make one of these videos for you. Thank you guys so much as always for watching. AB signing out.